Hey everybody, welcome to the Stock Car Spectacle. I'm Ian Jortson,
I'm Mike Gamble.
And I'm Nick Kinzel.
and we are here for Ian's Pit Stop. If you guys haven't seen the show before, this is where we just kind of talk off-track news, silly season news when we kind of get into that part of the year for the NASCAR season and everything just off track. So first thing that I want to kind of start off talking about is The Crew. It's a show on Netflix with Kevin James. It stars him as a NASCAR crew chief for kind of a dying NASCAR team that's kind of running mid-pack. And I've watched the first 5 episodes or so far, and I like it. It's a sitcom. It's got your laugh track in there, so you kind of know what you're dealing with. But I find it pretty enjoyable so far.
Yeah, I've watched the first 3 episodes. There's some parts in there that I don't like, but there's also some parts that I do like, and I do appreciate the fact that we're getting TV shows about NASCAR racing because we're the sport. Everybody's saying the sport's been dying for years, but here we are. We got a TV show about it now, and we have NASCAR drivers making cameo appearances on there. Jamie Little's been on that show. So yeah, it's funny. It's definitely cheesy, like a Talladega Nights kind of thing. So far, so good for me in that. There's just a couple things that I'm just like, come on, man, that's no.
Yeah, I have yet to start watching it, but I'm excited to. I think I'm going to start after we get done filming here. So I just kind of find it funny. It seems to me that a lot of people that are kind of dragging the show are the same people that think Talladega Nights is the best movie of all time. And what movie paints our sport in a worse light than Talladega Nights?
Yeah, right.
Funny movie, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like it too, but yeah. I think it just goes back to the whole there's no bad thing as bad press. So here's a show where they're going to be talking about our sport. And our drivers are making cameos and making appearances. Sure, there's going to be some inaccuracies and stuff, and some stuff that if you're a hardcore NASCAR fan, be like, ugh. I'm sure. But you know what? At the end of the day, maybe this gets some new audience members to give our sport a chance.
Yeah,
Somebody,
exactly.
somebody said it on Twitter. They seem to think that the show is based off of Roush Fenway Racing because they're a dead NASCAR team trying to make their way back up there. And I think I laughed for about 5 minutes after reading that because I could definitely see it, honestly.
So would
yeah.
that make Kevin James Matt Fuchsia then?
Pretty much.
Damn, that was a low
and then
blow at our
just-
buddy. Sorry, Matt.
And then just the ownership at this racing team now is just goes to show what the ownership at Roush Fenway Racing is right now.
Yep.
All the disrespect in the world to the Cat in the Hat right there.
Yep.
Ooh, shots fired.
Yeah, but I enjoy it. It's pretty funny, and it's cool. They actually shot some footage for the show. I think it was at Vegas last year for the 74 car that they got. They were running like a fake meat car or something that they had.
Yeah,
because
the
they
fake
changed,
steaks.
Yeah, they changed up sponsors for it. So, yeah, and the guy who plays the driver, he's pretty funny. He kind of just acts like a complete idiot, and he doesn't know what the hell is going on. But
Now the real question is, did old Mikey Harmon give him permission to use his famous 74 car? His famous
Famous.
74 number. His world famous 74 number.
World renowned Mike Harmon 74.
yeah, no kidding.
When you think of
Like-
the 74 car, you think of Mike Harmon right off the bat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like Michael Jordan 23,
Yep,
Jack
Mike-
Daniels old number 7,
Michael
Mike
Harmon,
74.
74.
All right, but yeah, I'm definitely loving the show. So if you guys want to check it out, it's on Netflix. They got like 10 episodes out right now, so definitely worth the watch if you're not doing anything. And then guys, let's talk about some of our favorite paint schemes that we saw in the Daytona 500. There was a lot of good ones. One that I was really critical of at first was William Byron's paint scheme, and then we saw it out on the track, and it actually looked pretty nice.
Yeah, I think that's one of those schemes where it kind of grows on you. You see it at first, you're like, oh, but then, the lights hit it and you see that thing, and it's a little better looking paint scheme than you realize. For me, again, I'm going to show the stock car spectacle bias, I guess, but I fell in love with that DoorDash 23. I thought that was an awesome looking race car. Looked incredible in both the daytime and under the lights. And yeah, keep them awesome paint schemes coming 2311.
I think I liked Kevin Harvick's the best. I think with
yeah.
with the finish that they had on that. It wasn't your traditional Busch Light car. I liked the finish that they had on that, and it looked great under the lights. And that thing was a damn hot rod too. I think even Rodney Childers said it best. He was like, that was like the first time since 2005 in all my years in doing this that felt like we had a car that was actually good at Daytona for the 500. That thing was a bullet, and it looked sexy as hell under the lights.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there was a lot of good paint schemes this year. I really like Denny's FedEx scheme that he had. It's about time that they kind of changed it up from the paint scheme that he's had since like 2019. But yeah, that thing looked nice.
You see, that for me was like the Byron scheme. When I first saw it, I really didn't like it. But the more and more you saw it, and the more and more you kind of got used to it, is the more I liked it. So
yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then obviously I always love Kurt Busch's plain monster scheme. I think that's one of the best paint schemes that is in the Cup Series garage.
You can't go wrong with that.
That, and to me, Wood Brothers going back to their traditional 21 Ford Motorcraft, to me, the best looking car in the field when they run the traditional scheme.
Week out. Week in, week out.
And Chase Elliott's paint scheme, it didn't really do it for me this year. It just looks like they kind of just added a couple extra colors.
Well, all they did was added the yellow to it.
Yeah. So nothing really special, but I do really like Eric Jones's Armor All car that he had, that orange. I think that was really nice on the 43.
Good.
Yes. And awesome to see the 43 bringing in a new sponsor too to go on the race car there. So that was awesome.
They needed it.
Yeah. Yeah, they needed everything they can.
Yeah, and that was just a really fantastic looking car.
Austin Dillon's Bass Pro Shop car. All the Bass Pro Shop cars this weekend. I think Ty Dillon had the sexiest car at Daytona all weekend. That Xfinity Series number 54 Bass Pro Shop car sold it for me. Oh, that was one of the best looking cars. And then, of course, we don't do bias on this show, but that Poppy Bank car, the orange and the black under the lights at Daytona. Woo! I really
look like an orange starburst.
Yeah, right. I really hope they make that die cast, or I'm gonna be really pissed.
Yeah, that is a nice looking car right there, buddy. But yeah, definitely always good to see a whole lot of vibrant paint schemes for the Daytona 500.
Yeah. Right. Well, Nick, one way you can guarantee you get a die cast. If he goes out and actually wins in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's not guaranteed because they never made Kurt Busch's Vegas win diecast.
I think that was because of Monster, though. I don't think that.
That's
why they didn't make it.
That's such bullshit because they made his
circumstance.
They made his Kentucky win 2 years ago, and then
they also didn't make his Pocono win, right?
Yeah, that was 2016.
Maybe they just don't like Kurt Busch.
Yeah, maybe.
I think every other race win, they made a Justin Haley race win diecast for Daytona, so.
Which Nick's getting for Christmas this year.
No, you don't want that. That would be the worst gift that anybody could ever give me. Is that right there?
Yeah, that's gonna be your white elephant gift one year.
That would put me in going from a really good mood on Christmas morning, like I love Christmas morning, to I hate this holiday. Why would you do this to me?
Yep.
In 5 years, when that's maybe not even 5 years, but in a couple years when that's on the Black Friday plan or Circle B sales for $15-$25.
That's what it should go for. It should go for $7 right now. It should go for $7 right now. It should go for 77 cents right now for that stupid number and that stupid race win. It should go for 77 cents right now.
Hey, Ted, that was my hockey number.
Hey, man.
Oh.
Sorry, pal. Don't like it.
Oh, boy.
Well, you're going to like it when I buy you that for Christmas in a couple of years. So get ready for it, pal.
It'll look good in the fireplace.
There you go.
Right on top of your KFC log.
Instead of chestnuts roasting on the fire.
Oh, man.
All right, so it was pretty cool. We had celebrities at the Daytona 500 this weekend. Even Pitbull showed up. Well, we know that he's a team owner with Justin Marks for Daniel Suarez's team. So it's pretty cool because it does seem that he is very highly invested into this NASCAR team. It really seems like he wants to help out.
I did read, and it did say that he was going to be at all the races that he can be at. So
well, he can't tour.
Yeah, he can't tour, so he's going to be supporting his boy Daniel Suarez. I think that's a car that we didn't even talk about
It was
for good
awesome
skins at
looking.
Daytona.
Yeah.
That car looked awesome, and that car drove well. Like I wasn't too high on the. I know it was just Daytona, but I think that Trackhouse team is going to surprise a lot of people this year.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so. And I'm just pleasantly surprised to see, we have a celebrity owner again in the sport, and actually not just putting his money, but, putting his actions where his mouth is too. So like you guys said, he's around. He seems very genuinely interested in bringing NASCAR to pop culture and back into, the media spotlight, as well as helping a race team grow and, being a part of what we do week in and week out, which I think is incredible.
Yeah, I feel like this is honestly probably one of the biggest NASCAR seasons ever. You have guys like Michael Jordan coming in to start a team with Denny Hamlin. You got Pitbull working with Justin Marks to start Trackhouse Racing with Daniel Suarez. And now we got Alvin Kamara helping out Nick's good buddy Ryan Vargas on Twitter. What a year.
That
Well,
might happen. I don't think that's really going to happen because I don't think Alvin Kamara really knows what he's talking about in terms to how to sponsor a race car. He don't have a business to sponsor a race car. He can throw all the money he wants at Ryan Vargas, but that still ain't going to put something on the hood.
Who knows? Maybe he helps him out for a couple races. I don't think it'll be anywhere near the level of help that some like I said, the Pitbull or the MJ stuff went. But Alvin Kamara was talking about starting his own race team on Twitter. So
I did see that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? So we got a lot of different, people from diverse backgrounds coming into NASCAR and helping out. So that is just so huge, just for bringing more eyes to the sport. People like Pitbull has a race car team. Oh, I got to see that. I got to go root for them. Because, there's a bunch of Pitbull or a bunch of Michael Jordan fans, being like, well, Michael Jordan's starting a race car team. I got to follow his team. I love Michael Jordan. So it's just cool to see that we're just getting so many new eyeballs on the sport.
Exactly. It's just funny, though. They're all copying Floyd Mayweather. He did it first with the Money Mayweather team.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, they've been advertising it for 3 years now. We haven't seen shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and guys, coming up here on February 18th, it's going to be 20 years since the loss of Dale Earnhardt, and we have seen the effects over these past 20 years, even going back to last year when Ryan Newman was involved in the last lap crash of the Daytona 500.
We're going back to last night with the last lap crash of the Daytona 500.
Yeah, it's just safety has just come so far from where we were in 2001, and it's just incredible. It's a shame that we had to lose Dale in that process, but at the same time he helped the sport so much and saved so many lives.
Yeah, like you said, it's just a testament to the growth of the sport, the growth of technology around our sport. We've seen last year, we were incredibly fortunate to not have a fatality in Ryan Newman, and like you said, Nick, everything that happened last night, I mean, could have easily had some guys get seriously hurt. We had cars on fire, cars in the air, cars colliding at high speed and awkward angles that maybe they weren't perfectly built to withstand blows from. But nonetheless, everybody gets out of their car and walks away. So great to see. Like Jeff Gordon, I think it was, I said, it was like one of the most long-lasting legacies that Dale left behind.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt. And I think I saw Jeff Gordon. He was talking this weekend saying that his 2008 crash at Las Vegas, the Hans device saved his life from that crash because that was just, such a hard head-on wreck that he would have just snapped his neck just like that. So
I don't think there is any safer barrier where he hit either. He just dead on smacked out of it. So yeah, very grateful.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. So that will do it for Ian's pit stop here. You boys got anything else to add before we end the show here?
Nope. Just looking forward to starting the crew.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. You will definitely like it, Mike, especially with the few cameos that Ryan Blaney's got. It seems that Kevin James kind of hates Ryan Blaney in the show, so it's pretty funny. A pretty funny rivalry that they got there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've seen a couple clips on Twitter of some of his cameos, and I'm really excited to see it.
Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning into the Stock Car Spectacle. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. Me, Nick, and Mike, we're all on Twitter, along with the Stock Car Spectacle account. So make sure to check that out. Make sure to follow us on all podcast platforms. We're on Anchor.fm and Spotify. So make sure to follow us on there. Make sure to check out our merchandise on Spreadshirt. We'll have the link below. And make sure to check out Kodo's Mojo with myself, Adam Cornwell, and Patrick Kodo as we discuss sports weekly. You can check that out on Spotify. And make sure to check out all our other shows this week. We had our Daytona 500 review, our Daytona Road Course preview. So make sure you guys check out all that along with the Gamblers Picks. We didn't do a Gamblers Picks last week because it's a Daytona 500. Like Mike said in the Daytona 500 review, he would have lost all of his money in the first 15 laps. Yeah, and so that will do it for us, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ian Jortson.
I'm Mike Gamble.
And I'm Nick Kinzel.